G'day guys, welcome to another layout. This is a power scrap. Let's put it out there. When I do a power scrap, the reason I call it that is purely and simply because I just make a decision and stick to it and do it and see if it works. And what I decided to do today was pull out one of my giant stencils. It's 12 by 12 that I bought from Amazon AU. I will link that in the description below. So if you're interested, this actually came in, I think it's a 12 pack of all different 12 by 12 stencils. And I absolutely love them. I love putting them on. I hate covering them over with photos, but at the end of the day, I absolutely love how every single time I do something with them, they're stunning. It's so much fun. Now, before I go too far into this layout, I just want to let you know that we are 45 people from having a 45, oh man, it is really late, okay? Really late at night because I stuffed up and I didn't have a video for tomorrow, so it's late, just saying. So we're 45 subscribers away from having our 1500 subscriber hop. So I'm trying, my goal is that I really want to have this giveaway in May. So if you guys are up for a cash prize, please, by all means, like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. And once we get those extra, just a couple more subscribers, we will open the giveaway. And it's the reason I have a giveaway, it's not to suck you in or anything like that. I have a giveaway when I reach what I think is a huge milestone for me. And you guys make it possible to reach that milestone. So I like to give back to you guys. So last time I had a giveaway and I had it only for Australia and New Zealand. But this time I'm opening it up to everybody. So if you got friends or family that enjoy scrapbooking or memory keeping, or even if they just enjoy paper crafts of some description, let them know about my channel, because just because I'm doing it in a scrapbooking format doesn't mean you can't use these same techniques that I'm teaching you to use somewhere else. You could use it on a card. You could use it. There's a plethora of different things and ways you can use these. Not to mention, I mean, something super simple. These stencils are absolutely gorgeous. And look, not only are they gorgeous, but can we just have a minute to appreciate the NUVO? It's called NUVO GLACIA paste, and this one is in winter white. Can we just have a wow moment at that? Like, how pretty is that? It was so pretty I didn't even want to put my photos on it, to be honest with you. Like, one, I absolutely love ink blending, and you saw how simple it was for me to do. Yes, of course, I've sped up the video, but I speed up my videos so that you guys get all of the content. And you can see, if I stuff up, you see where I stuff up. And then hopefully you won't do the same thing on your layout and waste your supplies. So I decided to, so with the stencil, I put a couple of different OXIDE inks through it, and I blended them together. So I used, working from the center out, I started off with Blueprint Sketch, then Salty Ocean, Evergreen BOUGH, Salvaged Patina, then I went to Mustard Seed and finished off with Squeezed Lemonade, sorry. And then I used the NUVO paste in Glacier White, and that's what gave me my background. And now what I'm trying to do is create kind of like a photo mat. Obviously my photos are already matted onto black cardstock, but I wanted something else between the pattern that I've just created on the back and the photos. I wanted something in between, but I didn't want paper. So I pulled out some cheesecloth. Now, I got this online. I thought, where did I get this from? I don't think it was Amazon. I think it was just, you know how you can just Google muslin. Google muslin. And it will come up with half a dozen different places that you can purchase it from. Now, I bought 2 big packs because I don't use it very often. Look, I'm not big on the fabrics with scrapbooking. I'm definitely a paper girl. So, as you can see, I have stained my hands. My hands are still stained. They're blue. I look like a Smurf, but that's okay. That's what creating's all about. So, I went in with, and I'm really pulling apart the muslin because I want it to be, I don't want it to look like a perfect square. I want it to be messy and sort of pull. It was really hard to get it to pull into the sort of shape that I was working on. So then I added a little bit of the white back in there just to see. I've used the 2 blues. Well, actually, I introduced peacock feathers in there as well. But I wanted some blue in the background because I know at the moment it looks like I've completely covered that blue in the center, right? However, the Glacier paste is going to, not only is it super shiny, because I've used a water reactive ink underneath it, the water reactive ink has activated, and it's given the Glacier paste a bit of a what would you call it? It's kind of got a hue about it. That's probably the best way to describe it. So it doesn't go purple or blue or green or yellow. It takes on a little bit of the ink, but it doesn't get overpowered. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So, yeah. So I'm doing my border, and what I decided to do was just go around it with a nice colour. Then as I was doing it, I thought, you know what? This border could do with some ink blending. So what I'm doing here is, you can see it's better in the photos. So if you go over to Facebook or Instagram, you will see the photos there, and you can pick it apart a little bit more because it's a still photo. And I've pretty much, all I've really done on the sides is I went for a gradient. So it's evergreen BOUGH and it fades to Salvaged Patina at the top. And then what I've done, top and bottom in the center, I used squeezed lemonade and I put that over it for probably half of the page. And then right in the very center, I used mustard seed, and I used my small blending brushes and I blended it out so that so it sort of had that really dark yellow in the center, and it went out to a lemon sort of color. So yeah, I think it worked. Sorry, I had to have a drink. So now what I'm doing is my title. Now these are thickers, and they are called FERNWOOD. So these thickers, they come black and white, and you can paint them, or you can watercolor them, or you can use your alcohol markers on them, or you can use Lindy's Magicals. You could do something like that, and then they'd be super shiny and look really pretty. You could put you could do felt pens if you don't have lots of inks or anything. You could do felt pens and then maybe put some glossy accents on there as well. You could use embossing powder, and you could make the title with embossing powder. You can buy embossing pens. So I know Ranger makes one, and I think Crafters Workshop makes one as well. I know there's a heap out there, but those two are popping into my head for some reason. So if you buy the pen, then what it means is you can literally, where you can draw with a pen, you'll be able to put embossing powder. I used to have one of these pens, but it died. It dried up and it's now gone. So I have been considering getting another one though, because I really like the effects you can get using it. So this is me going to town with my title. All I did with it was I used a blueprint sketch and I put that at the bottom on all the letters, and then on the top I used the lighter blue, which is Salty Ocean. And I absolutely love how this is turning out. This was literally a last minute thought, and normally I scrap in the morning. I don't scrap at night. And today, because I had some jobs to do and some running around and errands and whatever, I never actually got into the craft room until about, it was about 5:45 this evening. And that was just purely because I knew I needed to do a layout for today. And I went, you know what, I'll try. Because normally I'm not as creative in the afternoon. When do you do your scrapbooking? Do you like it in the mornings, or do you like it in the evenings? Do you like to participate in Facebook groups by any chance? And, you know, is there a good one out there and you haven't noticed me pop up on it? Let me know, because I'm really curious where people get their ideas from. Are you someone that watches Pinterest and you focus through and you rummage through all the stuff in Pinterest? I love Pinterest, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love it. The only problem I have is, how can I explain it? The main problem I have with Pinterest is I see the same layouts all the time. Like if I'm flicking through and I might be looking for inspiration, it might be something to do with, and I'll be flicking through scrapbook layouts and I don't actually get inspired by the entire layout. It might be the fact that, you know, there's fireworks on there or something like that. That's Jen's hand. She's saying hi. So yeah, you know, it might be fireworks. And then I might think to myself, actually, I could probably recreate something like that, you know, and that's what I go there for. But Pinterest lately has just been all the same people, the same 2 or 3 people that have been popping up for years and years and years. And don't get me wrong, they are veterans and they are good. They know exactly what they're doing. So it's wonderful to see their work. But unfortunately, this is going to sound so weird, but I get my inspiration from eclectic sort of places. So if I look at, for instance, I can walk outside into my yard and see a rock, and then in my head that rock converts to a layout, and it doesn't mean that I scrapbook the rock. It's just, it might be the colors, you know, there might be a couple of different colors on it that spark, oh, I could do a layout in those colors, you know. Just things like that. So I personally, that's kind of where I go with it. But so I've told you everything that I've used here, except for the PINKFRESH clear drops that I put on the page. They're called clear drops and they're called iridescent. So if you want to get any of those, I'm not sure, but I think I got that one from Crazy Craft Obsession. I'm not sure. So here I'm just going around. I know this is being super anal, like just let it go, it's done. But the letters I felt needed a thicker black line. They only had a thin black line, and I tried so desperately to stay in those lines, but the problem with that was, well, it's self-explanatory what the problem with it was. So, totally fixed it, glued it down, and I'm just adding a little bit of extra pen work. So, if you can see the border, just by putting, so that's just 3 lines going horizontal. That's it. That's all it is. And, you know, obviously the top and the bottom are perpendicular, but you get what I mean. So here's the close-up for you guys. Thank you so much for watching if you have stuck it out all the way to the end. I'm showing you the ink blending and the texture I created with the liquid pearls. The liquid pearls that I used were Sunflower, Periwinkle, Mermaid, and Platinum Pearl. So you can see there, I absolutely love this layout. It is gorgeous. So as I was saying earlier, we are 45 people from being able to tick the box and have a subscriber giveaway. So if you are watching this and you're one of a couple of hundred, actually, there's actually like a couple of hundred people that are watching that are not subscribed. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. So let me know if there's anything you want me to show you, anything you want to see, and I will be back with you real soon on Monday. Thanks for watching, guys. Chat to you soon. Bye for now.